Hello, Collective. Welcome or welcome back. We are here doing another reading. We are looking at what is holding you back. What's holding you back right now in life? Okay, so we're going to ask Spirit which area of life they want to focus on, because I did feel an overwhelming urge to do this reading. So I'm like, I don't know if it's career, love. We're gonna let Spirit tell us. And then we're going to look at your past and the shadow side of this area that's holding you back, the unlearned lesson, the mental block. Then we're going to look at what you need to release in your next steps. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. Like I said, I felt called to do this, so I really feel like whoever this message is for, it's gonna hit. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not try to force anything to apply to you. And of course, always use your own discernment when making any important decisions. Okay, Spirit, what is holding the collective back? That's what we are digging into today. But let's start off by figuring out which area of life we're talking about today. Which area of life did I feel called to do this reading about? Aha! Eternal love. This card represents self-love. So we're talking about what's holding you back from being your fullest self, from being your most authentic self, from caring for yourself. What is the barrier? Okay, so let's look at the shadow and the past energy, Spirit. The shadow and past energy around this. Sensitivity. You care so much about what other people are feeling and going through. Two things. You care so much about what other people are dealing with that you give, and then you kind of leave yourself feeling a little bit depleted, or you put yourself on the back burner. I'll give to myself one day, at some point. Also, you care a lot about how other people feel about what you're doing. And because of that, you're subconsciously avoiding doing certain things for yourself that you genuinely want, because you're worried about whether or not someone else is going to approve. They're like, they're saying to relax your shoulders. Literally right now, relax your shoulders. You may realize that you're a little bit tense in the shoulder area, maybe even in the jaw and the mouth. They're like, relax your shoulders. You can't get in trouble anymore. Those people don't run your life. Those people don't determine and dictate what you do and how you move. Absolutely not. So sensitivity, you feel everyone else's emotions. You can hear everyone else's thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm pulling cards. I ain't even set the intention. All right, Spirit. What is the unlearned lesson here? You are urging the collective to pay more attention to themselves, to care for themselves more, and be intentional about that self-care and let go of this. Okay, so with the shadow aspect, they're saying growing up, you may have had to be very attentive to others, I'm sorry if it's loud outside. They're mowing the lawn or something, I don't know. You may have had to care for a sibling. You may have been super responsible for a parent. You may just have been the responsible person in the family, even as a child. So now you're super attuned to everyone around you. And, at that time when that was created, that was a coping mechanism. It helped you survive. It is not something that we are shaming or pushing away. It's just something that it's time to have a conversation with. Yes, have a conversation with your emotions and with your mind and say, at that time, you were keeping me safe. You were protecting me. But now we don't need that same protection anymore. That protection has turned into a cage. And now it's time for us to break free and live life and take care of us, put ourselves first. All right. What is the unlearned lesson here? Ooh. We just want one card, Spirit. One card. Make it clear. Make it a good one. Okay. That card flew all the way over there. Okay, we have soul family. So you're still learning that you don't have to rely. It's like you're seeking a certain level of care or appreciation or consideration from people in the physical that have shown you time and time again that they're not willing to, or they don't have the capacity to show up for you in that way. But you keep yearning for it. You keep giving to it. You keep doing more, trying to be loved, be appreciated, be accepted, included. And your spirit team is like, don't you realize that your family, one, they're showing me You have at least one person in your physical that is like your tribe, but also don't forget about your ancestors. Don't forget about the spiritual people, the spiritual spirits that are with you and supporting you. And they're saying that's all you need. Some of you may be afraid of taking care of yourself because you're afraid of losing certain people in your life. Anyone that you lose because you're taking care of you was never meant to be in your life in the first place. Straight up, point blank, period. So if there's anyone that you did not let go of in the year of the snake, you are, just because the year of the snake has ended does not mean that you are not still going to be shedding those layers and being urged to do so, especially if it keeps you from stepping fully into who you are and who you're meant to become. Okay. Spirit, what is the mental block? What is the mental block? Inner strength. So you feel like you can't. What is it that you feel like you can't do, and why is there a can't? This is some journaling that needs to be done here, answering these questions that are coming to me. Like, what makes you feel like you can't? And this can't is tied to an identity. Who is that person? I'm sorry. They immediately were like, don't say that. We get to choose our identities. I am, the term I am, we just are. There is no identity attached to it unless we give ourselves an identity. So when I say, what is your identity? Who is that person? That was contradicting what I truly believe and preach, which is that we are not an identity, because we can release and accept new identities all the time, but who we are remains the same. So there's an identity here that you are connected to. You have been for a while. Like I said before, it's an identity that protected you at one point, but now it is a very restrictive identity. So that came out in your mental block position, inner strength. And you also have a conflict here because your intuition is encouraging you to pull away or move forward in a way that could shake things up. And your mind tells you you're not allowed to shake things up. If you shake things up, you won't be able to handle these people leaving your life. You won't be able to handle the shifts that will happen in your environment. Some of you, taking care of yourself or self-care could look like travel or moving further away from the people that rely on you. People could rely on you. And your spirit team is like, if you do something for yourself, guess what? The sun will rise the next day. The sun will still rise the next day. Them people gonna eat. Now, if you got dependents and kids, that's something different. But I'm talking about the grown people's opinions that you care about. The grown people that, you're fighting to be loved, seen, heard, valued, all those things. Your spirit team is like, it's time to let that go, honey. You don't need that friend group. You don't need those people. You've gotten comfortable there. This identity has gotten very comfortable there. This identity is not allowed to expand in these spaces, actually. And that's why you're being called out of it. What do they need to release here, Spirit? Just one card, please. What needs to be released? What needs to be released? Oh, we got sexual wisdom. So this could be a romantic relationship we're talking about here that needs to be released. Some of you are in a romantic connection where, you got to think for this person, care for this person, or at least care so much about what this person thinks. And they could be, the relationship dynamic could dictate a lot of your moves or decisions here. So this needs to be released. This could also not even be a serious relationship. It could be for some of you, but for others of you, it is like a fling. This is the thing that you keep chasing, the love. It's like chasing, I think this is my twin flame. Y'all, there is no spiritual term. There is no spiritual connection that should outweigh respect. That should outweigh discernment. Someone could very well be your twin flame, but however they showing up or whatever this dynamic is looking like, it's unhealthy, period. I don't care if they're your twin flame, your soulmate, or any other term you want to use. I don't care about those terms when it comes to something holding you back, period. And you should not care about them either. Let it go. If you are feeling like you need to let something go, intuitively, mentally, emotionally, Don't ever override your intuition and your what you know, your discernment, because your spirit team is saying because of you don't think there's better. You're wondering if there's better. You're wondering if this is as good as it gets. You're like, well, what if I let go of this and nothing else comes back around? Come on now. Come on now. Let's think realistically about this. Let's think for real. That sounds like emotions talking. This sounds like the old identity talking. Because you know good and doggone well, your spirit team, God, the universe, has something perfect for you that is just for you. Love, friendships, whatever. Whatever. Don't ever keep yourself trapped and stuck in any area of life. Life is short. We have one life to live. We only have a specific number of sunrises and sunsets that we get to experience in this lifetime. And there is no reason under any circumstances that you should be staying in a situation that does not allow you to fully embrace and enjoy this one life that we get, at least in this level of consciousness. No. All right, next step, Spirit. Next steps. I'm actually going to use this deck for your next steps. Next steps for the collective, please, Spirit. I'm about to run out of storage space. All right. Next steps. One card here. One or two. Whatever pops out, we'll take. Okay, we got one. Stay rooted and grounded. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget that your purpose, your mission, your happiness, your self-love is a priority. Now, how you decide what's number 1, 2, 3, that's on you. But it should always be at the top of your list somewhere. Okay. Personally, self-love, self-care is number 1. Because how can you show up for me? Because how can I show up for anyone else or show up in any space and give what I know I'm here to give if I'm not giving to myself? One more card here, Spirit, for their next steps, please. Next steps. Okay, this one wanted to pop out. Trust in higher forces. It's time for you to, a lot of y'all have been like in the thinking and planning mode for forever. And it's time to step out of that space and into action. It's time to step out of that space and start setting true intentions. Not, oh, I wish I could, one day I might, and say, no, you know what, this time next year I will be. The power of words, it is absolutely amazing. Start small. Manifest a free coffee. Manifest a free parking spot, just so that you can see how powerful you really are and take that power into greater things. Okay. I'm sending y'all so much love. Personal readings and my group coaching program. All that information is down below. I love you, love you, love you. Sending so much love. Mwah.